helping you find your happiness. Why your brain likes negative thoughts. Today we're looking into a topic that affects all of us. Why our brains seem to have a knack for negative thinking. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to dwell on that one criticism you received, even when you got 10 compliments on the same day? Or how a minor mistake can overshadow all your accomplishments? Well, you're not alone, and there's actually a fascinating reason behind it. Let's start by acknowledging that our brains aren't trying to make us miserable. In fact, this tendency towards negative thinking is an ancient survival mechanism that's been with us for thousands of years. Our ancestors needed to be constantly alert to potential threats in their environment. Those who were more attuned to danger were more likely to survive and pass on their genes. This heightened awareness of negative stimuli is what psychologists call the negativity bias. It's our brain's way of prioritizing potential threats over positive experiences. In the modern world, where we're not constantly facing life or death situations, this bias can sometimes do more harm than good. Now, you might be wondering, if this is just an outdated survival mechanism, why hasn't evolution gotten rid of it? Well, the truth is, evolution is a slow process, and our brains are still catching up to the fact that we live in a relatively safe modern environment. Plus, there are still some benefits to being aware of potential dangers, even in today's world. But here's the thing. Understanding why our brains default to negative thinking is the first step. The real question is, what can we do about it? Well, stick around. I'll share some practical strategies that can help you rewire your brain for more positive thinking. Now, let's determine how this negativity bias manifests in our daily lives. Have you ever found yourself replaying an embarrassing moment from years ago, cringing as if it just happened? That's your negativity bias at work. Our brains tend to store negative experiences more vividly and for longer periods than positive ones. This bias doesn't just affect our memories, it also influences how we perceive the present and anticipate the future. We're more likely to notice and remember criticism than praise, to dwell on our mistakes rather than our successes, and to imagine worst-case scenarios when facing uncertainty. But it's not all doom and gloom. While our brains might have a natural tendency towards negativity, we also have the amazing ability to shape and rewire our thought patterns. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural connections throughout life, means that we can train ourselves to focus more on the positive aspects of our experiences. One effective way to counteract the negativity bias is through mindfulness and meditation. These practices help us become more aware of our thought patterns and give us the tools to redirect our attention when we find ourselves spiraling into negative thinking. Even just a few minutes of daily meditation can make a significant difference in how we process our thoughts and emotions. Over time, this practice can help us develop a more balanced and nuanced perspective on our experiences. Another powerful technique is gratitude practice. By regularly acknowledging and appreciating the good things in our lives, we can gradually shift our default mode of thinking. It might feel forced or artificial at first, but over time, it can significantly impact our overall outlook on life. Try keeping a gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. This simple act can train your brain to actively seek out positive aspects of your life, counterbalancing the natural tendency towards negativity. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is another valuable tool in combating negative thought patterns. This form of therapy helps us identify and challenge our negative thoughts, replacing them with more balanced and realistic perspectives. CBT teaches us to recognize cognitive distortions, like all-or-nothing thinking or overgeneralization, that often fuel negative thoughts. By learning to spot these distortions, we can start to question and reframe our thoughts in a more constructive way. It's also important to remember that negative emotions aren't inherently bad. They serve a purpose, alerting us to potential problems and motivating us to make changes. The key is finding a balance and not letting negativity dominate our thought processes. Social connections play a crucial role in our mental well-being too. Surrounding ourselves with supportive people can provide a buffer against negative thinking and help us maintain a more positive outlook. Sharing our thoughts and feelings with others can often put things into perspective and remind us that we're not alone in our struggles. Physical health also has a significant impact on our mental state. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep can all contribute to a more positive mindset. When we take care of our bodies, we're better equipped to handle the challenges that life throws our way. It's worth noting that overcoming our brain's negativity bias isn't about ignoring real problems or forcing ourselves to be happy all the time. It's about developing a more balanced perspective, one that acknowledges both the positive and negative aspects of our experiences. Remember, changing thought patterns is a gradual process. It requires patience, persistence, and self-compassion. Don't be too hard on yourself if you find negative thoughts creeping in. It's a natural part of being human. The goal is to become more aware of these thoughts and develop the tools to manage them effectively. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Your brain's tendency towards negativity doesn't define you. It's simply a feature of our evolutionary history. With awareness and practice, you can learn to navigate your thoughts more skillfully, creating a mental environment that supports your well-being and happiness. So, the next time you find yourself caught in a spiral of negative thinking, take a step back, remind yourself that it's just your brain doing what it evolved to do. Then, armed with the knowledge and techniques we've discussed today, you can choose to shift your focus and cultivate a more positive mindset. Thanks for tuning in today. Until next time, take care and be kind to your brain. It's just trying to keep you safe, even if it sometimes goes overboard. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, share it with your friends so we can bring you more ideas. For more videos like this to help elevate your happiness, hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you get notified of our next post. Thanks for watching.